Welcome back to the Women's World Cup final here at the 2012 QubicaAMF Blue Ribbon event. Shayna NG has got a real chance here to spoil what would have been one of the biggest parties that we've ever seen in 10-pin bowling for Umigara if she could have put together 3 back-to-back World Cup victories. But this one really is on a knife edge. Third and final game. The winner of this one wins the trophy. Who's your money on, Cass?
Well, Shayna has just shot an average of 242 for her last 4 games. It could be anybody's. Umi could have shot 200-300 games, believe it or not. It's all down to this one.
Great start from Guerra, proving there why she has the quality to win this title for a 3rd time consecutively. Seemingly at the moment to have dealt with that little hiccup, and that's the problem when you get very emotional down on the lanes. There is sometimes a downside to that, which she experienced towards the end of game 2. Shaking her head, looking upset, a camera operator moving as well to contend with in her eye line. But oh no, after such a good first delivery, the left-hand lane has caught her out again.
Well, I can't understand what's happening. She's obviously thrown it further right than she wanted to, and she's left a 210 split. The ball just didn't get up, but I mean, there's a lot of back end on these lanes, and it just didn't make it. And that is an open frame for Umigara, and I don't think we've seen one of those for quite a few games this week. 210 split on the left-hand lane.
And now it's Shayna NG's turn to make sure she keeps those thoughts of a win at bay, in order that she can keep doing what she's doing very well at the moment. That's a lot of strikes that she's putting together, and Guerra now, well, she looks a little bit beaten to me.
Well, she's certainly not as happy as she was in games 1 and 2, but we know she can string 6 or 7 strikes in a row, so it's a matter of watching this space. But stringing the strikes together at the moment is Shayna NG from Singapore, looking to steal this one. Umi was basically the odds-on favourite. It would have been such a fabulous win for her if she could win 3 titles in a row. She comes back with a strike on that right-hand lane. She's got to double up. She's got to get this open frame covered. The 210 split she had, and who's looking happiest in the back there? Shayna NG and Remy Ong.
Well, Remy's not given to too much frivolity down there on the lane, so for him to be laughing, it must be good. Big smiles all round for Team Singapore. Very, very serious game face on for the Dominican Republic, and Guerra needs this straight through the head pin. Ooh. Leaves 4 standing, and that could be real trouble now for the champion.
A massive overreaction from the last shot on that lane, which left the 210 split. She's come deep inside and gone straight through the head pin.
Good effort to spare, but that's 2 open frames. We always say this on 10-pin bowling programmes on Eurosport, but an open frame is a killer. 2, well, that can finish it.
Well, she's got to shoot 5 or 6 in a row now just to get back into this. In the meantime, Shayna NG has just got to stay clean. She's got a slight lead. You know how well she can strike. The one that was just a fraction high, wasn't it? It was so close. Leaves the 4-pin standing. She's got a 25-pin lead now.
Yeah, and because of those 2 open frames for the moment, Cass, spare's good enough for Shayna.
Absolutely, yeah. Spare is, well, it's an advance. The score will progress. Straightforward 4-pin is good enough. And there is the difference.
Oh dear me, Umigara wondering what could have been, but she has to try and somehow cling on to the hope that this is not over yet.
Not looking the happiest bunny in the hutch, is she? What damage can Shayna do now? Well, it's just it has been a strike fest, and Shayna's coming out in the 3rd game and really taking advantage of those 2 huge open frames left by Umigara, who can do nothing now. She must strike.
Went after that one way too hard, and has tugged that right across in front of the head pin.
Yeah, leaves the 6 and the 10. Makes
Really
the spare,
has.
but Simon's spares are not good enough, I'm afraid.
No, she's really lost her composure here. That's what she's playing for, to get her name onto that trophy for a 3rd time in a row. But now it's looking very doubtful indeed.
224 is a maximum score if she can strike out. Well, there's the first one in frame 6. But 224 may not be enough because Shayna Enge's averaging 242 for the last 4 games. And she looks quite at home on this strange pair of lanes that aren't quite a pair. And there's another one. Just looking so good, isn't she? Taking advantage now.
All that pressure's come off, all the weight off those shoulders now, and the arm is swinging very, very free. And as long as she doesn't overcook anything here, as long as she stays with exactly what she's doing, this is going to be virtually impossible for Guerra to salvage.
Yeah, she could well be shot out of this. That more strikes there for Shayna. And she knows this is the last game. There's nothing else to come after this one. If you win this one, you're World Cup champion. Well, there we goes, 2 strikes in a row. She's got to keep doing that. She's got to just keep going right to the end of the 10th frame with strikes.
Now again, just gets stuck at the foul line. Oh, gets a bit of luck there, and there's the emotion coming through once more from Guerra. But it really is out of her hands now. As long as NG doesn't make a mistake, this will be her title.
Oh dear. Solid 9-pin there. The ball just deflects straight through. Too much power on it. But the spare's going to be good. She holds on to about 28 pins lead. It's just a matter of tidying it up now. It's the foundation frame for the girl from Singapore.
And that will do nicely.
And I think, Simon, that a strike there with whatever she can put together in the 10th frame will be too much for the 2-time champion from the Dominican Republic. She's not going to make it 3 in a row, I'm afraid.
But of course, you have to bowl on through to the end of the game, and this must be hurting for Guerra right now. I think this game will haunt her for some time to come.
The 6-pin bounces right round the 10-pin. It's a flat 10. And I think she's resigned to the fact that she's not going to win. And Craig Woodhouse looks pretty disappointed as well.
So Guerra trying to hold back the tears, I'm afraid. She will remain along with Jeanette Baker.
Oh dear. And just to finish off, he drops one in the channel. This tournament is all over. And there's a few tears as well.
So close. She has been an absolute superstar over the last few seasons on the QubicaAMF World Cup. I think all of us really did want to see her win those 3 titles to go into the record books. That would have been pretty special, but it yet again underlines just how tough this tournament is.
And how emotional she is, Simon, as well.
Yeah, I mean, she was, as far as she was concerned mentally, I think when she stepped onto this lane, she was ready to take this title away, and now she's got to combat the very opposite of those feelings. And this is horrible. This is hurting her a lot.
Well, 4 pins going straight through the head pin. It doesn't really matter. Poor Umi is utterly, bitterly disappointed. But there is a new champion sitting at the back there.
What a time for the wheels to come off. Oh, this is tough to watch.
It is, yeah. You'd think she'd just sort of put the ball down and say that's it and congratulate her partner. It's all over, I'm afraid. A 169 is the lowest game of the week for Umi Guerra, and she signs off as a former double World Cup champion.
So The defending champion bows out. It isn't that magic 3 in a row, and in floods of tears, Omigera now just has to try and cope with this situation. It's going to be one of those losses that takes a long time to get over. But let's not detract from the fact, as Cass said, we have a new champion, and what a cracking champion. Shayna Ng has coped with some unbelievable pressure in this World Cup final, and she's come through it superbly.
Yes, it's been a great performance. She's averaged 240 on television. You would suspect that that would be enough to win most tournaments.
There we go, coach. Well done. Got the tissues. But I think he thought it was going to be crying of a different variety at the end of this final. So, Shayna Ng to finish this one off in style. Been a little overshadowed by what has happened to Omigera, but she has achieved something that so few 10-pin bowling athletes achieve. She will be the 2012 QubicaAMF World Cup champion. What a tremendous victory that is, and that will be very well received back in Singapore. And a little bit of credit as well to coach Remy Ong, because he's clearly kept on the case. And he's managed to find a way for his athlete to do this. Oh, well done to Omigera. On her feet to applaud this last delivery. And confirmation of that final score. Gera didn't challenge in the deciding game. And Shayna Ng takes it home. And Pralesa and John Walker, CEO of QubicaAMF, to present the trophy. Shayna Ng is the champion.